Hi, fellow traders. Another week in the book. Halfway through the month of May, a big turnaround from last month. It's really been a pretty exciting month. Swing trading should be back on track. We got the pullback in the market. Unfortunately, today was Friday. I wasn't taking any new trades. But come Monday, we should have a pretty good end of this month. So everything's looking halfway decent. Can't complain at all. But no matter how much you stress or obsess about what's happened in the market in the past or what's going to happen in the future, the reality is you can't change either one. In the present is where our power lies, where the power lies. It's not, and because we're day traders, I'm talking about day trading, okay, and even short-term swing trading. We trade the present. It doesn't matter what we think is going to happen tomorrow, or okay, this happened yesterday, so this is going to happen today. All irrelevant. Okay, only thing that's relevant is what's happening right now in front of your face in the price action. So we're looking at the price action and we're looking at the measured potential to determine whether we can take a trade or not, if it triggers our entry. We have simple entry triggers. It doesn't get any simpler than that. All we need to know is there measured potential? And is the price action tradable for us? If it is, bam, we got it. There's no other thought about it. We just take the trade and manage it accordingly. And that's that. All we need to care about is what's happening right now. So don't cloud your mind with all of this noise. Don't worry about all of this stuff that doesn't really matter because of what happened in the past or what somebody's predicting in the future. All right, we move on from that. So what I'm going to do, at least for the next 2 weeks, starting Monday, in the afternoons, when I get back from picking my son up from school, we're going to have live trading classes. Basically, I want to let you guys and help you understand why I am not active in this market after 10:30, 11 o'clock. We're moving into the summer, and it's going to be even more important for you to protect and preserve your capital. There are strategies, scalping strategies that you can trade in the afternoon, but to me, they're a little bit more riskier. You're exposing your capital. It's just not for me. The market does offer opportunities. It's just not all day, every day. But we're going to go over it. You're going to understand exactly why I'm not taking this particular trade or that particular trade, what you want to look for. Because if you're making money on your first or second trade, if you're making money in the morning and then you're giving half or most of it back before 12 and then you go red after lunch, you're not listening to me. It's not what I'm teaching. You guys see exactly what I do. 2 days this week, Tuesday and Wednesday, I took one trade and made around $500 both days, just taking one trade. You know what they say, $500 a day keeps the job away. But you have to understand why I'm doing the things that I do, and why it's important not to risk your capital. My focus is helping traders with small accounts grow their account so that they can be real fully funded traders. Okay, and you grow, and you develop skill, and you develop into the person you need to be by growing your account. And once you do that, your confidence level is going to be at all-time high. You're not going to have to worry about not having confidence and not being able to be consistent and execute. Okay, that's the key. All right. So if you're not a member, this is only for members. It's live in the chat room. What I'm going to do, if you want to join, you can sign up for a monthly membership. Once you do, you get immediate access, but I won't start your clock until June 1st. So in essence, you'll have 2 weeks free. The rest of this month free. You'll be able to see exactly what I'm trying to teach. If it's something that you want to expand upon or expound upon, then after the first 2 weeks, you have up to the first 2 weeks in June. All you have to do is say you want to get the 6 month, the roadmap to success, which is 6 months, and you could use that 99, subtract it from your 249, and all you do is pay the difference. Or if you want to do the lifetime and you don't want to have to pay anything anymore ever again, you can pay the $550, and normally it's what, $12.99, and that's that. But of course, if it's something that I'm giving away, I'm gonna make it complicated, because I only want the people that actually want to do it to do it. But that's all you have to do. Come in. These last 2 weeks of May will be free. Summertime trading is rolling in. The beginning of June, you'll be able to spend the month of June, and have the opportunity to use whatever you pay towards your membership. And the good thing about all of the memberships, if you rejoin the required amount of times, it automatically turns into a lifetime membership. You're growing into, you're building equity in something. All right, so you won't have to pay for it once you get to a certain point. But just make sure you get here before Monday. That's when we're going to kick this thing off, and I'll be putting more stuff out about it over the weekend. All right, SPY, exactly what we wanted to see. We talked about it pulling back to the 50. It almost made it back to the ascending support, but close enough. And today we closed back above the 5-day and the 20-day moving average. Very bullish moves here. I would expect a solid bull week moving up to the ascending resistance. However, we are going into the weekend. There's a lot of stuff going on. You never know what can happen between now and when the market starts trading Sunday night. When the futures start trading 8 o'clock Sunday night, and we'll see how whatever this weekend affects the market. But providing we have a quiet weekend, we should see this continue and at least aggressively test this ascending resistance. Should bring our swings back around, and we'll be in good shape. But we'll talk about that on Sunday morning in the swing. In the swing class. All right. So this is today. All right. So DoorDash I did pretty much the same thing I did the day before. I bought it at night, before the market closed. The average cost was $124.98. Okay, that was my average cost overnight. So that's why I wanted you to see what that doesn't sound right. I think it was, hold on a second. God dog it. I think that kind of calculated everything into it. What was my overnight? Yeah, 124.98. I guess that was right. All right, so took some profit off the table here. Right after the open, it popped up. We took some profit off the table. This just failed immediately by mistake. I think I typed in the wrong price. I was trying to put in the next profit target, and it immediately failed. So typically when I'm typing it in and it's fast, I do the wrong thing. But that's what happened here. And then, we bought again. So hold on, I'm covering up. Oh man, how did I do this? I messed this up today. I covered up some of the chart here. There we go. All right, so these were the two that we closed out, and then this was the opening trade here. So we got back in it. This was the opening range high right here. We got in it. This just marked the high of this candle. That's all that did. Turned out to be a really nice home run trade. It actually went a lot farther than I anticipated. This is where I assumed we were going to turn. This was a daily level. This was a 200 from the 60-minute chart. The only supply zone above it. And damn if it didn't take it out. And it kept running. So we put in another top of a channel. I didn't chase. I waited patiently for the channel to break. Got in, and this was, a small move, but still profitable. Didn't get the the third leg of this, and ended up taking it off almost at break even. So really nice day on DoorDash, and you'll see the actual profit after the little bit of commission and fees and all that good stuff here in a minute. But that was that. Airbnb turned out to be a failure, but I took it off. I think I made 30 bucks on it. I was gonna do it at break even, but it actually popped back down and gave me a couple of bucks on it. But it started to sell, and then it got ripped back up, and it sold off a little bit again, and then you can see it took off. But I saw it coming. And if you were listening, you heard me. That's why it's best to do these classes live, because every trade is different. And this goes along with what I said before. If a stock did one thing yesterday, it doesn't mean it's going to do another thing today. All right, it doesn't mean that. And if you sit and try to impose what happened yesterday on the same stock today, you may end up giving some money back. So, everything is, you have to read it in the now. And that's kind of what I was doing. Seeing what was happening, and it looked like the tide was turning, and that's exactly what happened. So only 30 bucks out of that. Then later in the day, I thought we were going to get a huge move on Coinbase. We were going into after 2 o'clock. It didn't happen. It broke the channel. It did everything right. We had a huge window, huge measured potential, but I only went in 50 shares. And I was actually waiting for this to get taken out so I can add. But this trading sideways here, I just held tight. And I'm glad I only went 50 shares. You know, I was able to give it $2. And it never did come back. So it actually pushed up. So only lost $100 on that. And you can see 37 on Airbnb. But with this loss, it put me at 1470.43 for the day. That's more than what I made all last month, I think. So not bad. No, not bad at all. Just to look at a couple of more trades. This was on Tuesday, I think. Textbook opening range breakdown on you. Really solid trade on this. I think we made over $500 on this. I'll look at that in a minute. This is RIOT. This is the one that I tweeted out. I said I was going to get this on Elon Musk's tweet. Hold it overnight because I anticipated it bouncing. That's exactly what it did. We were able to pick up some money on this. You can see I was out before the market even opened. But it did reach my final target. But this pullback was too strong and too deep. I had to kill it. And it would have killed me at break even anyway, pulling all the way back. But no, I guess it wouldn't have. But I printed this out so that you could see what the average cost was for my hold overnight. So I got in at 23. Yeah, it wouldn't have stopped me out. Got in at 23.08, and it did sell off early morning, but you know it popped, and we got a good move out of it. So that was RIOT. Sono. This was this was Thursday. Yeah, this was Wednesday. This was yesterday. Because Sono turned out to be crap, garbage, whatever. There was a lot of trades I took yesterday. I don't think I have all of them. BILI was halfway decent. Waited for it to go red on the day and just caught. We had some measured potential. It didn't follow through all the way, but was able to get, a couple. Here we broke the channel, and still just didn't follow through all the way. But at least we got some profit taking. Baba, this was an accident. I didn't mean to I was putting in my order. Again, I typed in the wrong price, and it automatically filled. And I had to get right back in it and took care of that. So this week you can see 532 on Tuesday, 49 Wednesday. Thursday is I gave too much back. I gave too much back. That's why I had to quit. Because after the nice gain that I had on RIOT, everything else was a disaster. I was a disaster. So we ended up only 170.26 on Thursday. Today you saw 1470.43. So 28.83.26 for the week. Not a bad week. Equity curve is headed back in the right direction. Let's see if we can sustain it through the end of this month, because I know in June things are going to start to slow down. We're getting into summertime trading. Even though we're already at the point where things just go sideways after 11, it might be even worse come summertime. But we'll see. But that's going to wrap it up for me. I hope you guys have a great, safe weekend. Don't forget, if you want to join, if you know anybody that really wants to learn how to trade, no fantasy land, just cold hard truth, come join me for a couple weeks. You'll get to see exactly the crazy, messed up life of a day trader, because it's not sunshine and rainbows all the time. Now, the fruits of our labor are beautiful, but to get there, it's gonna be a little challenging. So pass it on if you know anybody, or if you want to shoot me questions, ed@averagejoetrader.com. Be glad to answer. So you guys stay safe, and for those of you that come in on Sunday mornings, I will see you guys on Sunday.